Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of GregTech New Horizons. How are you guys doing today? How's life? As you might notice, our base is getting an upgrade. All the machines used to run out of steam and they used to be LV. Now all of them are HV and they're going to run out of Ceton boosted diesel. Because for the first time in our lives, we're actually producing much more oil than we're consuming, so why not? Speed is good, when you can afford it. So far it has not been something super complicated, it's just the same machines that we used to have, I just organized them. That's it. And I'm kind of tired of holes. I keep falling in them. If you're wondering what they were, those are fuel pipes for the machines. We are also going to have a very small expansion to our base for temporary automations as well as EV machines. That was the update. What is the plan? Good question. Rubber. This teeny tiny bit of rubble pulp that you see over here is my entire supply of rubber. If it runs out, we don't have any more. Because I dismantled our system a few episodes ago and I was planning on fixing it, and I didn't. So how do we get rubber? Very good question. We are going to get it from resin. Over there. And we do have a crazy supply. But in any case, if you put sticky resin inside the centrifuge, it's going to give you refined glue, plant ball, as well as rubber dust. I have used for all three of them, so I am going to use resin. And the best part of our lives is that if I come to this area of our base and look at the map, here is our resin farm. We're not that far away, it's like, I don't know, 15 blocks? So this area that you see over here and looks incredibly garbage is going to be used for processing rubber and resin. And these machines that you see over here have to go because these were the ones which I used in order to process platinum. And I would like to mention that we have 1321 platinum metallic powder, as well as a little bit of other garbage, because I just wanted to complete some of the quest and see where we go. That is a lot of mercury. Should I void it? Of course I'm going to void it. It hurts you and makes me happy. It's okay, I'm producing so much mercury that I can waste, I don't know, like 2 million millibuckets. That's fine by me. I have a pipe. Oh, it's for fuel. Okay, we keep that. My inventory panel is full, we're going to use the chest for the garbage. So let us calculate. Resin inside the centrifuge is going to take 15 seconds and it's ULV. LV is going to be 7.5, MV is going to be, I don't know, 3.75. HV is going to be less than 2 seconds. We go with HV, and only one. Good morning. That could have gone bad. There is another creeper somewhere. Nope. Okay. Is it up there? No. This is called warp. You go blind. So here's the deal, I don't really want to make another structure, so I am going to do this on the ground and I'm going to be cheaty about it. Meaning that the only thing that we have to do is to extract the resin and bring it somewhere around here. Yeah, it's relatively close to the base. I'm okay with this. So you, my dear friend, you're the combustion generator, you're going to get fuel, and here is the centrifuge. So if I start extracting, we should get resin over here, right? Very good, very good. One thing that I forgot to mention is that there's a 10% chance of getting plant balls. It's not 100%. And in the meantime, I should find my base. That is my base? Yes, very good. I don't know if I have mentioned this or not, but I hate the color of granite. It's too dark. You can't see anything. So the plant balls are going to be used later on, so we're going to have a drawer for it. And just to save on filters, I'm just gonna lock it and ask you to eject to the top. That should work. I added one more centrifuge because I thought it's going to be much faster. I have made some conduits and we have a connection to our base. So let us set up the automation. As usual, everything is going to start with a chest. This is going to be our input, and the product that we are going to receive over here is going to be raw rubber dust. It has two uses for us. One of them is that we mix it with mica in order to make different coils for our blast furnace, and the other one is inside the chemical reactor so that we will get molten rubber. There are also other ways of getting rubber, but we have plenty of sulfur and we shall have plenty of rubber dust, so this is a good option for us. We are going to fix the mica first, although we are not going to use it that often. The chest, then a mixer, because we have to mix the raw rubber dust with mica dust in order to get the mica based pulp. That goes inside the forming press with asbestos, and that should give us cancer. No, I mean mica based sheets. So here is a forming press, an alloy smelter with silicon dioxide, which is going to give us the mica insulator sheet, and finally a bending machine, so that we get the foils. Again, I would like to stress that this is a process that we are not going to use that often because we rarely upgrade our coils. But it is something that we have to do eventually, so I do have MV machines for it. Because we already had them, we might as well use them. So we're going to put you on insert. The first one is going to receive rubber dust. These are old filters, so they have garbage in them. Don't you worry. The second one is going to receive asbestos. The third one is going to receive silicon dioxide. Oh, and yes, the first one is also going to get mica. I was wondering why I have 4 dusts and I'm out of machines. But in any case, if we put them inside the chest, they should go to the machine. Yes, you're getting rubber dust. You're not getting asbestos. Oh, you are. Okay. That took a while. And you got silicon dioxide. And everybody's going to eject to the right. Except you're going to dump it in the bottom. Also, the mixer is going to need circuit number 2 and the bending machine circuit number 1. Oh, this is so nice. It's so fast. Most of the machines are going to need maximum amount of voltage except the mixer, but in any case we are going to have 4 combustion generators. Just to make sure that nobody is going to be short on power. Also, it is much better to hook them up right now because everything that you see over here is MV, the rest of the base could be HV, LV, I don't know. And we don't want explosions. Not in our base. Other places are fine. So as I have already mentioned, the second use is going to be making rubber inside a chemical reactor. You have no idea how stressful this is because most of the machines that I'm going to use are different tiers, and I'm scared of mixing them up. GregTech machines have a giant flaw, and that is you cannot force items inside the machine except from the top. So we need to have a drawer on the top, like so, and that drawer is going to be for 2 items. One of them is going to be sulfur, and the other one is going to be raw rubber dust. And I am going to lock it, just in case. You also get a conveyor upgrade, import stuff. Very good, you're importing, that is nice. And that should literally give me almost 1300 milliliters of molten rubber. So that raw rubber is going to go inside an assembling machine so that we can make different types of cables, and also a fluid solidifier just in case I need rubber in different shapes and forms. And finally, a chemical bath. The chemical bath itself is just going to be used for making conduit binders. That's it. And now we get to the tricky part. This guy is MV. So here is MV. Assembling machine is HV, so you go over there. The fluid solidifier, which we have used in the past because it does have a pump, is low voltage. So there you go. And the chemical bath is also MV. So you go over there. So we need 1 gold cable and 2 copper cables. Don't you worry, I have not forgotten the LV one, so here is 1 tin. I'm going to blow up the base, I know. But again, that was mica, this was rubber, now we need to focus on the glue. You know what? Let us just try it and give them power. What can go wrong? At least if there is going to be an explosion, let it be now, not later. No explosions? Are we good? Oh, it's not connected. Okay, we're good. And over here, we're good. Okay, so refined glue. It does have several uses. Super fuel binder, which I have no idea what it does, and we're not going to bother ourselves with it. Then there's a chemical bath recipe for making sticky dynamite, which we are never going to do. And then there are recipes in the assembler for making sticky pistons, ladders, books, and so on and so forth. But in addition to that, refined glue has another use. If we put it inside the distillery, it's going to be converted into glue. And if we put that glue inside, I think, an assembling machine, with the appropriate circuit, it's actually going to give us agon. And agon is our building block. For free. Oh, I did not make the machines. I'll be right back. I have set up the machines because it was not something super complicated. Basically, we are receiving refined glue from our centrifuges up there, and we have an assembling machine just in case we want to craft something. Then we have 2 distilleries which are converting that refined glue into glue, and that goes inside another assembling machine which is making us agon. At a very garbage rate, but at least it's free. Cause you know, it's like a byproduct of a byproduct, so I don't really care, it's going to rain. Yes, I slept. Don't you worry. Anyhow, I don't think this system requires any upgrading or requires any changes for a very long time because it's just the basics. But I do have another issue. As you guys know, in GregTech, we have like 3 million different dusts. Tiny piles of everything. In addition to that, we have small piles of everything. And of course we have the other bajillion dust. In order to process them, I've been having problems. So I did notice that there is something called an item filter, and then there is something else called type filter. So the item filter from GregTech is relatively garbage, but this one, the type filter, you can choose which type of dust you want. Well, you can actually choose whatever you want. It can be a stick, it can be a round, it can be a bolt, it can be a comb, or even it can be a bucket. And apparently if you make a mistake, you have to scroll for the rest of your life. Okay, did you reset? Yes. So I can leave this guy on tiny dust. And then if I bring a chest with an item conduit like so, this guy is going to accept the tiny dust. Hopefully, yes. It goes in, and it should not accept a small pile. Yes, it's not going in. That is good. So here is the part where I'm confused, and I would be very happy if someone can correct me. If you look at the type filter, it's actually telling us that if we give it power, it's going to do everything automatically. But I don't want to do that because it's like 2 amps. Apparently I can just use a conveyor belt and put the chest right next to it, like so. So if I put the tiny piles inside, they should go inside the filter and go inside the chest. It takes a little bit of time. And then one more thing that I have noticed is that using a screwdriver, you can determine how much the chest outputs. So it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and since we are going to compact tiny piles, then it should be a 9, because it's a 3x3 recipe. My problem is that this guy does not output automatically, and it does seem that I need to provide it with power. So do I have to do that, or am I doing something wrong? So this is how I have set it up, and this is not a very good example because over here I don't actually get that many types of dust. I just get the normal ones, not the teeny tiny ones or the small ones. But the way that I have set it up is that I have 2 type filters, one of them is for tiny and one of them is for small. And then I have 2 chests, one of them is going to export 4, one of them is going to export 9, because one of them is 2x2 and the other one is 3x3. So just as a very small example, we are going to convert U into small piles and U into tiny ones. And if I put them inside the chest, they should be sucked out. Yes, very slowly. It does need speed upgrades. That will go inside the chest, and this guy is going to convert it into a normal dust, and it goes back inside the chest, like so. And the chests are also receiving 2 amps from the combustion generators that I have over there, and everything is LV. And yes, I did not need this cable, but I had like a bajillion of them. I thought I might as well use it. So is this the correct way of doing this? Because this is very bulky and incredibly slow, and I could not use a normal item filter or an advanced item filter from Ender.io. This seems to be the only thing which works. So if you know, please tell me. Thank you. Before we start our next project, we should also pay a visit to the moon. And I'm fully geared up. I need to get some resources from the moon, including titanium and some other ores, because while we are working on our next project, I can also process them. And that will be called efficient time management. Also this time we are going to take some miners and a seismic prospector, so that we can seismic prospect the moon. I'm ready, right? I hope so. Please let it be daytime on the moon. I know there is a way of calculating it, but slow down, slow down. We just wanted to majestically touch the ground. We're going down in the same hole and there are no mobs. It's daytime. I am not suffocating, therefore I have not forgotten anything. That is a good sign. So our first order of business is to do a little bit of prospecting. I did bring the seismic prospector. Here are 2 powdered barrels. I hate you. It's a good thing I brought extra TNT. I think I just clicked on it too fast. Are we good? Yes. I was planning to do 2 prospectings. I guess we do only 1. Cause I don't really know how to pick this up. You shut up, please. Actually, you know what? We can pick up one of these and hopefully switch you? Yes. I picked it up. Do you have more health on the moon? I didn't know that. So we have the prospecting data, but I cannot analyze it right now. We have to do it on Earth. Also in the meantime, we are looking for something called meteoric iron. So I did bring some miners in order to find them. He dropped an oxygen tank. Thank you. Yes, exactly this one. Meteoric iron. We need it in order to make the tier 2 rocket. But while this guy is working, I'll go mining. Have I mentioned that low gravity is a jerk? A zombie hits you and you fly for like, 10 seconds? Yes, we have already found it. Perfection. That is going to be a crazy amount of titanium, and if we need oxygen, we just go hunt mobs. I have like 7 tanks on me, but Can somebody please explain to me why this stupid vein is so huge? I think these are bigger than the ones in the overworld. But on a very positive note, we also have a mob farm. And do you know what that means? Oxygen. I can mine more. Hello everyone, how are you? Give me your oxygen. Is it me or are they taller on the moon? And no oxygen. Jerks, somebody dropped meteoric iron and I can just put it inside the blast furnace. Nice. Oh, we got a friend, he's suffocating, but he's a boss. And he's invisible. Hello. Stop putting cobwebs. So this was a very massive vein and I think we have enough titanium from it. Let us go look for other ores. Copper and iron. Nope. I wanted to check what is our digital miner doing and we found weird ores. Wolfenite. Oh, it gives you lead. Okay. Of course we can also hunt meteors like this, but it's very difficult to find them like this. I just wanted to give you a small progress update that I did find another vein and that was also for rutile. So I think we're going to be very good for titanium for a very long time. And we just found another one. Bauxite. Okay. I'm not complaining, but I also want to have some chromite. Oh yes, I found it. We were low on oxygen, we have one more tank left, and I was thinking maybe I use it just to find meteoric iron, because with these guys, I should be able to make better tanks. And honestly speaking, they're actually not that difficult to spot. In case you might notice that our miner was a bust. It was garbage, it got like 7 pieces. But fear not, we are going to come back here, and we are going to come prepared, with miners and drills. I did not find anything else of interest, let us just go home. It does say it has kept the fuel. Okay, we shall test it. Oh, it did. Okay, maybe last time I didn't have enough fuel. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back from the moon and we have the report for our seismic prospector. We have found a decent amount of ores, that is very useful, but we have also found helium-3. So next time that we go to the moon, we're going to take drills, we're going to take miners, and we're going to strip moon of its resources. And claim it for me. Actually, I should not wear these, they look weird. At first I thought our next order of business should be to make a few machines from the EV age, but then I had a thought. In the EV age, we need 2 metals. The main metal is titanium, which we can get in very large quantities, but we also need tungsten steel. How are we getting tungsten? Well, we are getting it from moon rock. What we basically do is that we put it inside the pulverizer and we get moonstone dust. If you put that moonstone dust inside the centrifuge, you have a 2.5% chance of getting a tiny pile of tungstate dust. That is garbage. But that actually gets slightly worse because you need 9 of them in order to make 1 tungstate dust, and you need 7 tungstate dust in order to get 1 tungsten dust. And I can literally cry on this one because you need thousands of moon rocks in order to get 1 tungsten dust. But on a very positive note, if you have 1 tungsten dust and you mix it with steel, you're going to get 2 tungsten steel dust. That is a better recipe. I just got blindness. Anyways, I was going to say that my main problem is that yes, there is something called a tungstate dust, but you can find it on Mars. And a tier 2 rocket requires a lot of meteoric iron, and I can't really afford that. So what is the next best thing? Good question. The endstone. Why? Because if you pulverize it, you have a 5% chance of getting tungstate dust. That is already much better than the moon. But here's the point. If you process the endstone dust, you are going to get helium-3, and once it's purified, there's also a 12.5% chance of getting tungstate dust. And this is the small one, not the tiny one, so you only need 4 in order to make 1 dust. So I'm guessing you already know what I'm going to say next, right? And that is going to be the mission. We go to the end. And I'm not an idiot, we are going to take plenty of explosives, and I think I have a golden apple. Oh, I have 2. Nice. We can also take some hearts. It will restore 10 hearts. Why not? And as usual, I'm not going to take the tools because these are expensive, and if I die, I might lose them. Where did I put my backpack? Oh, it's here. Okay, it was in the hotbar. My bad. Yes. Awesome start. I have to run away from mobs. Oh my goodness, they're everywhere. We had a blood moon last night, so this is why. Still that way? Okay. Well, it was not that far, and I think it's just under us. Hello. How are you? There's also water there. Aha, well, we can always cheat and try to look at the map. Everything is dark. Am I in the wrong place? You know what? We're going to try this one more time. It goes down. Yeah, it's that way. In the hole. It's okay, let me try and find it and I'll be right back, I guess. Yes, cheating with the journey map actually helps. It's over there. And we're very close. Oh, we crashed. Damn. Yes, we are back and it's a little bit laggy. We should find the portal. And hopefully not die in the process. I can hear the silverfish. Getting to the portal is deadly enough. How are you supposed to kill the ender dragon? Oh, well, there was a creeper and we got teleported. Okay, we do have flight, we have some golden apples, and we have some TNT. We should be fine, I guess. See you in hell. This is going to be hell. Yes. Good. We're in the end. You go to hell. I can fly. That is a good sign. Very cute. We have the dragon. Holy, I was not expecting that. And it does seem I did not need to bring TNT because none of them are covered. Yeah, that is dangerous. Stop pushing me around, you jerk. I think with the Ender expansion, she's actually smart, because she follows me. Are we good? I got them all. That one is left. Holy. Blindness. And nausea. This is the final one. We're good. So one thing that I have forgotten in this version of Minecraft is that, does she sit somewhere? Because I don't see the portal. Or do we just have to dance until you die? She flies fast. A bit. What the hell? Dude, don't mess up the island. I want the stone. Well, that wasn't fun. My bow broke. What is all this garbage? Dragon essence. Ah, but I think for the moment at least we're good. Let us get some endstone. End powder. I don't really care what that is, I just want some endstone. That's it. And draconium, hello? Why are you angry? Oh, mining fatigue. 40 seconds. Jerk, falling obsidian? It falls down. I personally believe that lack of content should not be compensated by crazy modes. Anyhow, I think we're done. We can go home. Oh, we should take the heart. Oh, come on. Did I get it? Yes, I did. Perfect. Oh, we lost all of our hearts. Okay. Now that we are back from the end, I have processed a little bit of tungstate dust and we have a total of 21. That should give us 3 pieces of tungsten. But here is the point. In order to electrolyze it into tungsten, we need an EV machine. And what is the recipe for that stupid EV machine? Well, we are going to need platinum wire. I have not automated platinum at this very moment, but what we can do is that we can just put these guys inside the blast furnace and remove you. Cause you know, I'm kind of in a hurry. Okay, it takes 7 seconds, that's not much. That should give us 2 nuggets. Yep. Garbage. But it's okay, we just need 2 ingots to get started with. That is already 1. Oh, and by the way, this is called neodymium ingot. And do you know why we need it? We need it in order to make electric motors. Hi. Come on, give me 2 more. Let me go back home. Actually, you can process the rest. I'm not in a hurry. Inside an alloy smelter, we should be able to convert it into ingots. Very good, very good. And give me wires. Which one is it? Oh, you. Okay. We have already made the machine whole, so this should be easy peasy. There you go. Electrolyzer. We do not have any means of powering this because our combustion generators are HV, therefore they can only make 1/4 of that power. But thankfully someone actually told me that I can just make a transformer and get done with it. So there you go. Yes, I know. Thank you. So if we have 4 combustion generators over here and connect them with cables, all of them are going to go inside the transformer and this should be the output. No, we want you to be the opposite. Use a soft mallet to invert. Okay, so this seems to be correct. This is the output and if I come over here, this should be the input. Somehow. Yes, this is input. Very good. So basically what we are doing is that we are inputting 4 amps of HV and we are outputting 1 amp of EV. EV cables are going to be aluminium, so there you go. And the electrolyzer, I'm guessing, goes over there. And nothing has exploded. Good. Do you know why? Because nothing has fuel. Still nothing has exploded and that is good. I need to provide you with hydrogen, so I'm going to do it with a tank. So circuit number 1, 21 buckets of hydrogen, and this should start working. Yes, finally. Tungsten. You know, I do say finally tungsten, but for some very weird reason, we actually have tungsten. 2 pieces. I don't know if I got it from a quest or something, but we have 2. But these 3 pieces that you see over here are the ones that we made. So that is an achievement. But tungsten is not something that we need. We want tungsten steel, which goes inside the mixer, circuit number 1. Circuit number 1. You go in. Thank you. You should always be grateful to machines which actually work. Yes, we have 2 pieces. We're going to have 10. And the main reason that I'm interested in tungsten is that I need tungsten gears in order to make the ore drilling plant. This is a miner, but it's a multi-block, so it's much better. And yes, I do need an EV assembler. I know. But as usual, one stupid problem at a time. How do I cook you? Xenon. Go to hell. No. Can I do it without xenon? Oh, nitrogen. Nitrogen works. That is actually very good because we do have a blast furnace which is upgraded and should have nitrogen, yes. So we just put 1 in, just in case. 125 seconds. I just hate you. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back in 20 minutes. While my tungsten is getting ready, here's how things are going to work. We are going to have 2 amps of EV just in case I have to run machines, and we're going to have 8 amps of HV for the machines that, well, I have to spam and they are going to look like garbage. Okay. Warp. That's not good. Right in front of a creeper. You jerk. Did you even say I'm disoriented? Oh, you did. Okay. I didn't notice. This is what I have to live with. Look. It's awesome. Anyhow, we are going to have garbage machines over here. And yes, having 8 times gold cables is kind of expensive, but you should not worry about gold. That is all the gold. We are posh, we don't care. You're HV, right? Yes. I do have a feeling that our tungsten should be ready. Yes, we have 6. You're not going to cool it down? Oh, you jerk. I hate you. And I do have a feeling that these guys are also even MV. Oh yeah. Okay, I have disassembled all of my machines and now I have to make HV energy hatches. I tell you what, I don't think there's any point of upgrading the vacuum freezers to HV because in any case I have to reassemble all of my machines, make a few HV hatches, which I don't think it's worth the effort because we will get 10 pieces of tungsten and that's nothing. Anyhow, I personally don't really want to rush this and I prefer to take my time, especially for something which is not going to be that useful for us. I'm not saying tungsten is not useful, I'm saying 10 pieces of it is not going to be useful. So I think what we are going to do is that we are going to continue everything next episode. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.